Look closely at your hands right now. They hold a small, glowing device that connects you to billions of loud voices across the globe. Yet, when the night falls and the screen finally turns black, why does the silence feel so incredibly deafening to your soul? You are physically resting, but your mind is running a marathon in a stadium that never closes. Your chest feels tight, heavy with unsaid prayers and unspoken fears. This is not just physical burnout. This is the quiet starvation of your qalb, your spiritual heart. We live in an era that worships noise, hyperproductivity, and endless validation. We are told that if we stop moving, if we stop planning every second of our lives, we will be left behind. So, we overthink, we analyze, and we slowly destroy our inner peace. Your mind has become your greatest prison, a chaotic storm of what-ifs and future anxieties. You are desperately trying to control outcomes that were never yours to control. In doing so, you have forgotten the divine art of letting go, the sacred peace of Tafweed. But what if the remedy to your chaotic mind is not a psychological technique, but a spiritual descent? In the Islamic tradition, there is a state of deep, unshakable tranquility that the world cannot give you and cannot take away. It is called Sakinah. Sakinah is not the absence of a storm. It is the divine stillness planted in the center of your heart while the storm rages around you. It is the celestial peace that Allah sent down upon the hearts of the believers during their darkest moments. Today, we will unpack the anatomy of Sakinah through the profound lens of Sufi psychology. We will explore why your mind refuses to rest, how your Nafs hijacks your thoughts, and how you can reclaim the divine peace that belongs to your qalb. According to Imam al-Ghazali, the human heart is like a mirror. When it is polished, it reflects the divine light of peace and clarity. But when it is covered by the dust of worldly anxieties, the reflection becomes distorted, chaotic, and terrifying. Your mind overthinks because it operates on fear. It is constantly trying to survive, trying to predict the future, trying to protect you from pain. It believes that by thinking more, it can prevent disaster. But this is a grand illusion of your ego. The Nafs al-Amara, the lower self, craves control. It wants to be the master of its own destiny. When life becomes unpredictable, the Nafs panics, sending thousands of anxious thoughts into your mind, drowning the quiet voice of your spiritual heart. The qalb, however, does not seek control, it seeks connection. The heart knows that it belongs to Al-Khaliq, the Creator. It knows that real safety is not found in knowing what happens tomorrow, but in knowing who holds tomorrow in His divine hands. When the mind and the heart are at war, anxiety is born. The mind wants to calculate, while the heart wants to surrender. You feel exhausted because you are trying to carry the weight of the universe on shoulders that were only meant to bow. In Surah Ar-Ra'd, Allah reveals the ultimate law of human psychology. Verily, in the remembrance of Allah do hearts find rest. The Arabic word used for rest is tatma'in, which means to settle, to anchor, to become absolutely secure. Think of your soul as a ship in a violent ocean. Your overthinking mind is trying to fight the waves by steering frantically in every direction. Dhikr, the deep remembrance of God, is the act of throwing the anchor into the ocean bed. This anchor does not change the weather. The storm may still rage around you, the financial worries may still exist, the uncertainty may remain. But the anchor ensures that the ship does not capsize. It gives the heart the strength to remain steady. But how do we achieve this state when our minds are so heavily addicted to the digital noise? Sufi psychology suggests a beautiful three-step remedy to cure the restless mind and invite the divine descent of Sakinah into our daily lives. The first step is the practice of Samt, or purposeful, spiritual silence. We live in a world where we are constantly consuming information, opinions, and visual stimuli. Our minds never have a moment to simply sit in the presence of the divine without distraction. Spiritual silence is not just about closing your mouth. It is about closing the doors of your senses to the noise of the world for a few dedicated moments every single day. It is creating a vacuum where your soul can finally breathe. When you intentionally quiet the external world, the internal noise will initially sound louder. Your worries will surface, your fears will speak. But if you sit patiently through the discomfort, the mud in the water will eventually settle, leaving absolute clarity. The second step is the practice of Tafweed, the absolute delegation of your affairs to Allah. Overthinking is rooted in the arrogant belief that you are the ultimate protector of your life. Tafweed is the humility to admit that you are completely powerless. When you perform Tafweed, you open your hands and say, "O Lord of the worlds, I have done what I can, and now I hand over the keys of my future to you. Guide it, protect it, and shape it as you wish." This act of surrender instantly unburdens your mind. The weight of tomorrow is lifted off your chest. You realize that you do not need to know the path because you completely trust the one who is leading you along the journey. The third step is entering the state of Khalwah, sacred isolation. In the modern era, we are terrified of being alone. We fill every silent gap with scrolling, texting, or watching. We have forgotten how to be alone with the one who created us. Khalwah is not about escaping reality. It is about building an internal sanctuary. It is dedicating 10 minutes at the end of the day, away from your phone, to sit on your prayer mat, communicating with your Lord through the language of tears. It is in these moments of sacred isolation that Sakinah descends. It enters your chest like a cool breeze on a burning summer day. It quietens the frantic thoughts, softens the hardened heart, and aligns your soul with its divine purpose. Look at the life of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. When he was trapped in the cave of Thor, surrounded by enemies who wanted to end his life, there was no logical reason to feel calm. Yet, his heart was a mountain of peace. He turned to his companion, Abu Bakr, who was trembling with fear, and uttered those eternal words of ultimate Sakinah. "Do not grieve. Indeed, Allah is with us." This is the power of a heart anchored in the divine presence. When Allah is with you, the external reality loses its power to destroy you. The enemies outside the cave cannot harm the peace inside the cave. The chaos of the world cannot penetrate the divine sanctuary built within your own chest. But we have sought security in the fragile vaults of this world. We seek peace in bank accounts, in social status, in the validation of flawed human beings. We are investing our souls in structures that are destined to crumble away. Your mind overthinks because it knows deep down that everything you are clinging to is temporary. It is frantic because it is trying to build a permanent home on shifting sands. Your anxiety is a signal that your soul is rejecting this illusion. Do not pathologize your anxiety, spiritualize it. See it as a divine invitation from Allah to return home. Your heart is restless because it was not created to find satisfaction in this temporary world. It was created for the divine. Imam Ibn al-Qayyim wrote that there is a vacuum in the human heart that cannot be filled except by the love of God, and there is a restlessness that cannot be quieted except by turning back towards Him completely. To unlock Sakinah, you must change your relationship with your thoughts. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. You do not have to believe every anxious narrative your frantic mind manufactures in the dark. When an anxious thought arises, do not fight it and do not feed it. Simply observe it Acknowledge its presence and then gently whisper, Hasbunallahu wa ni'mal wakeel. Sufficient for us is Allah, and He is the best disposer of all affairs. By doing this, you take the power away from the thought and hand it back to the Almighty. You protect your qalb from the toxic poison of worry, and you allow the divine tranquility of Sakinah to coat your nervous system. As we close this digital sanctuary today, I invite you to take one deep, conscious breath. Let go of the need to fix everything right now. Let go of the urge to control what tomorrow will look like for you. Your provision is written. Your destiny is safe. Your trials are measured by the one who loves you more than a mother loves her newborn child. Trust the divine timing. Trust the process, and trust your loving Creator. Thank you for stepping into the stillness of the Quiet Qalb. If your soul found a moment of rest in this video, consider subscribing and sharing this sanctuary with another heavy heart that might be struggling in silence. Remember, your mind may create the noise, but Allah has already created the peace. Until next time, may the divine Sakinah of the Almighty envelope your heart, your mind, and your beautiful home. Assalamu alaikum.